Alright, I told you I was going to show you I have finally finished it, the entire scene that I've been working on for like about 3 months, or maybe a little bit more. This is a courtroom scene of miniatures. It's not too easy to see it right now, but I mean I'll zero in a little bit better than that. It consists of 36 figures, different figures. Then it has 4 dogs in it and 1 pig, and it's a country courtroom scene, and so that would say 41 characters all in all is a part of this. The base, and this is the thing that I wish I hadn't basically done, but my base is a little bit too heavy. It's the bottom base piece right in there is made out of 1 and 1.5 inch cedar, and then the sides are like 3/4 to 1 inch cedar, and the back, and so it makes it very heavy because it's 43 inches long. Another 5 inches, it would have been 4 foot. Don't ask me why I did this. I mean, to me, it's my tribute to Andy Anderson, although I'm not even come close to the carver of Andy Anderson. I just wanted to do it, but he did the courtroom scene, but I added a lot of different characters to go along with it, plus a theme as we go. So first of all, let me turn the let's come back over into here first, okay? Okay, now let's zero in on this here is the guy on trial, okay? And I'll explain something in a little while. Now, it's hard to see a little bit in back of him, and I'll try to, but behind him is a character that is, let me see if I can kind of zero in on him a little bit. He is sitting there with a cast on his leg, and there's a guy sitting next to him. And there's the guy that's on trial. There's the, let's say, the defendant right there. Then as you come over, you have the lawyer's desk, the defendant lawyer's desk, and you have a man standing there, and you cannot see that, but I'll try to zero in on it. He's got a pig on a leash. He's just standing back there. Remember, this is a country courtroom that we have. Alright, this is the prosecutor. Here he's at his desk, writing. Then we get to the defendant, and let me zero in out on this a little bit. The defendant who is talking to the jury. Now, let me, of course, there's the judge as well. Let me come in a little bit on these people. There's the jury right here. Different people. As you can see, there's an Indian. There's a Amish guy. There's an older man. There's a guy reading a book. There's a blind man. There's several characters there. Now, there's a guy standing there, and it's hard to see, but I'll try to zero in on him a little bit, maybe right there. Okay, that guy right there, you see the thing in front of him? He's a wood carver. He's got a knife in his hand, and that is a wolf that he's whittled. And if you look down below there's chips all over the floor. Okay? So I put us a wood carver in there. And these are all the jurors. That are in there. You back this up just a little bit. This, of course, is our judge. And let me zero in him a little bit. I'm sorry, this stand, and there's a little dog at his side there. He's at a judge's stand. Okay. Now, over here, and I'll try to zero in them, the judges. There are 4 people sitting in a row. This is the audience. There's 4 people sitting in a row right there. And there's 5 behind him. And they're sitting at their benches. Let me zero in just a little bit right there. I mean, bring it out. And then zero in on your people right there. Okay? And on these characters here. It's kind of hard to get all the detail that they're doing. Alright? So let me zero back out. Next, we have over on the side is those prisoners that are waiting to go on trial after this guy. And let me zero in a little bit on them. I mean, let me see. Alright, you got 2 guys in orange jumpsuits, which are and then you have a little Klansman who is tied up. He's tied up too. Now you see, then standing next to them is the guy guarding with his shotgun and a little dog next to him. And then you have a little dog off on the side over here. Now, in the background, and I'm going to have to take this off because I can't really show you, but give me just a minute. Let me take this off and I'm going to kind of myself go around and show you what's going on here, okay? I'm sorry that this has to be that way. Okay, now you can see them a whole lot better. Now in the background, we have 2 guys playing checkers back here, okay? And there's a guy drinking with a cup in his hand, watching them play checkers. So you've got 2 guys playing checkers back here. Let me get sort of walk this way. And there's your little prisoners that you can see. Just right there. Let me come back a little bit. Maybe that will go on it just a little bit, okay? And they are in chains and they've got the ball and shackles on their feet. Now let's get a kind of a view of all the people that are watching the courtroom scene. There's 9 of them. There's 5 on that row, and then there's, let me come around here, and there's 4 on that row right there. Okay? There's your judge and the dog. Then you come to the jury. I'm sorry, it's kind of wiggly. Now you don't really see the prosecutor all that good. You'd have to come back around here and sort of see as he's talking to them in such a way. Alright, now what I was talking about, here's the guy with the pig. He's just got a pig on a leash. He's just in there, in other words, as we say. And these are the 2, there's 2 guys sitting there in the back behind the juror thing, and there's a man standing there. There's quite a few full of people in the courtroom. Plus, you have another little dog over by the guy that's on trial. All right, now coming back this way, this is the I can zero just in just a little bit on that. It says, let me come out just a little bit. I'm going to prove to you, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, that my client, Mr. Fuzzbender, is completely innocent of robbing the Hanson Blueberry Company. And that's what he's defending him for. Now there's where the humor comes in, is that he is defending him here, but you have to look very closely at the guy in the jury box. And you see on his face, on his hands, kind of the giveaway of what the humor brings about. But the humor is basically the whole setup of the thing. Now somebody said, well, why, you know, what's with the guy with the pig? Well, I got kind of humorous. I don't know if y'all remember many years ago when Vietnamese pigs became a very favorite pet of people, and you would see them walking along with a Vietnamese pig, just like a dog. And I thought it would be funny that just a guy that had his own pig, in other words, just a regular pig on a leash. And you know, I had to throw my wood carver in there. And here's another little dog. You see him right in there. He's next to the thing. But that is the scene. Now, and as you can see, everything is cedar. The base is all cedar. But it is very heavy. So next time if I do something, I'd like to do a church next. I'll use 3/4 inch, not that heavy of stuff, because it is very, very heavy. But you know, to move, and that's not that it's so much heavy as it is bulky to move something like that. So I'm sorry my camera work is not the best in the world, but I have to see, I just have to step back to get the whole thing. But that is my courtroom scene done in miniature. Like I said, it's my tribute to the great carver Andy Anderson. I just wish I could have carved as good as him. But more than that, it's to my wonderful hero and friend Jack Price, done in miniature work. So I dedicate this more to Mr. Price than anything, because he is the man that got me started in the miniature work and doing miniatures and stuff. And God rest his soul. God bless him. And thank you for taking the time to see what I'm doing. And God bless all of you. Bye-bye now. Thank you.